This happened in, I want to say late 87 or 88. And, I've been at the game for a while, and I had started to break one of the cardinal rules, which is don't use your own product. And I had mostly been selling marijuana, but there was a brief period where I got into it with some Colombians, and I was selling kilos of blow, and I was using the blow, and I was getting kind of nervous, and I started using H, and kind of liked that, and it was starting to turn into, it was a habit, and it turned into a habit, $100 a day habit. I'll just straight up fucking say it. And I was not managing things well. Still, I was doing business. So I had a deal going down in Redwood City, and I drove down there in my T-Bird with, I don't know, probably 10 pounds of some pot, and I met an associate, and he gave me 25 grand in cash, and I put it in a cooler in the back of my trunk in my Thunderbird. And on the way out of Redwood City, I stopped by my friend T.O.'s house and copped a couple grams of blow, and we shot the shit, played some cards, did too much, drank a little, and I decided it was time to go. And I jetted out of T.O.'s place and got on the 101 North, and I get to about San Carlos, and my T-Bird just shuts the fuck down. It just, all the lights went on, I lost power, and so I glided to a stop on the side of the 101. And I get out of my car, and I'm raising the hood, and I'm thinking, what the fuck? Because it was a pretty new car, and I didn't know what was going on, and I was a little mixed up in the head. But a sheriff pulled up behind me, and of course they want to offer assistance, and that was fine until the guy really shone a flashlight in my eyes and my face, and he saw some white powder underneath my nose, because at this point it's fucking amateur hour. And I don't even know, I'm so out of it, I don't even know there's white powder underneath my nose. And they guess, that it's cocaine, and they call out a dog, and they find the money in the cooler, and they find the personal blow and H I have in my road case. I used to have a briefcase. It was a road case, a musician's road case. And they took me down to county. Because of the amount of money, I had a backstory. It wasn't very convincing, but I told them I was a rap producer and an engineer, and this was my payment for an album I had worked on all year, and I just met a guy in East Palo Alto, and this is my money, and I had a fake description of the guy, and I had my story, but they weren't convinced, and I'm sure I wasn't very convincing. So they turned it over to a DEA guy that just happened to be there. And this guy started to interrogate me, offering me a deal if I would turn in to people I was doing business with, and basically be a snitch, and I wasn't going to do that. So, he slipped up, and he took me to an office, and he handcuffed me to a chair, much like this one, and he left one of my hands free. And there was a phone on the desk. And there were cops swirling everywhere, but this was a kind of an office. There were windows, everybody could fucking see me. And I'm looking at that phone, and I'm thinking, I gotta call my boy and have him go clean house. I had that one guy I could trust who would do that. So I fucking grabbed myself by the balls, snatched up that fucking phone, called them and said, I'm at county, they coming, you're gonna have to clean house. I fucking hung up, and nobody saw me. And the DA guy came in and said, look, we're going to send a search team over to your house. If, he played that whole game, like if we, you can tell me everything now, or if we go there and we find something, it's going to go badly for you, what's at the house. And of course I lied. I had 10 pounds sitting on a black tarp in the middle of my fucking living room. And I knew if they went over there, it was over. But, I'd made the phone call. So sure enough, at about 5 a.m, I hear they battered my front door down with a battering ram. They searched the whole house. They didn't find shit. My friend had gone over there about midnight, cleaned the whole fucking house out, opened the safe, took all the cash, took all the weed, bundled it all the fuck up, and took it over to Oaktown. And they didn't find nothing. They was super pissed because I got home, they had emptied up cans of food in my kitchen. They had sliced my leather couch with a knife. They had stole some cash and my scuba diving knife. That was all gone. They had ripped up VHS tapes. They had basically torn my house apart, and he didn't find shit. So it must have made him look bad. And to this day, I guess all it took was a phone call.